everybody was too much of a tell him to get out, right? You've got to wonder what's going on.
Yep. Lambo Bridge is coming up. Going to Manhattan. Yep.
And even more recently about the guys doing the investigation about this guy at the golf course shooting, another pro-Biden anti-Trumper. So what do you expect from the FBI? First they went out and interviewed the guy, and then tried to close this thing for anti-Trump, and then put it on the show. Listen, that golf course should have been banned.
Mamas, open the phone. Mama status. Yep. Lambo Bridge going to Times Square. Times Square is on the building. Represented. How you doing, as everybody? How you doing? How was your day? My dear Lord. Shelly and Anthony. Sally, my dear love, Sally. What's your balance? What's your EBT balance? Go to the supermarket. Yep. How you doing, everybody? How you doing? What's up, Skinny? How you doing, everybody? How you doing? Another day, another blessing. I was in JFK, coming back empty. I'm proud of it. Proud. Eagle Scouts. How you doing, everybody? How you doing? Sally. What's your EBT balance, Sally? You got a balance? Thank you for tuning in. I have vlogs. Times Square, one tomato. One watching. Who is in the building? Is anybody in the building? Who is watching? Somebody is watching me? Somebody is following me? Are you following me? Stop following.
Spot unsafe sites. Before it's a problem.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Miguel Gonzalez, what's up? Thank you for your confirmation. Like, share, subscribe. Miguel Gonzalez is in the building. Representative. Stop. Bloomingdale's is here. Bloomingdale's is in the building. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Mabikash. Yep. Let's Bloomingdale's. You see that Bloomingdale's over there. The Israeli flags. Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's. Yep.
Adam Johnson, what do you think? John, good to be with you on a day that, frankly, we got exactly what we wanted. And yes, it does save the real estate industry. It does lower borrowing costs for consumers around the world trying to get cheaper mortgages. Yes, it does do wonders for helping companies get access to cheaper capital and therefore become more profitable and therefore
Bloomingdale's.
401ks go up. So yes, today was a very
Estimated time in traffic, 9 minutes.
Who's in the building? 5 people.
What do you review? Well, I'll tell you. You know, it's amazing. The market actually thinks it could be 50, another half a point in November, and another 50 in December. And then, admittedly, I think the market's getting a little ahead of itself. The market is pricing in a full percentage cut again in 2025. So, you know, we got half a point today, and again, the market's saying we get another point by year end, Merry Christmas, and then we get another full point next year.
Adam,
I think that's a little aggressive, but that's what the market's pricing in.
former Deputy Mayor Rudy Washington. Adam,
Yes, sir.
part of me is thinking this is a bit too late. They should have done this around June or May. I hope we can save a lot of the buildings here in New York. But I think they started this a little too late. They should have started earlier.
Yeah, and that's one of the big debates right now. Did they wait too long? And yes, probably in retrospect, looking back, it probably did wait a little long. But here's the thing. If they had gotten more aggressive earlier, you know, if they cut them back in, call it, I don't know, May, June, July, and then they took August off, they might have run the risk of
On to the
stoking
next.
inflation.
On to the next.
And you know
On
what?
to the
I
next.
would rather that they take an extra month or two, or maybe, you know, 3 in this case, so that we could feel more comfortable with the fact that inflation, I think, at least for now, is beaten. I think that was a risk worth taking.
So I was asking John off air, why didn't we get a bigger bounce? But John said basically it was baked into the case, you know, and the market really responded to what they're already anticipated. But I was hoping for a nice bounce.
Yeah, I would too. So as soon as
they made the announcement, 50 basis point cut. And this is so typical. You learn this on a trading desk as a young kid. The first move is almost always wrong. The Dow was instantly up 350 points. And I took a look at my P&L, and there was a lot of green on the screen.
Yeah, me too.
And I thought, boy, I'm a hero.
I had my finger on the button, waiting for the smiley stuff.
Yeah, I know. But what happened during the conference, or not conference, the press conference, that Mr. Powell holds with all the reporters after the announcement, about 30 minutes later, basically he sort of dialed back the enthusiasm by saying, look, we remain sensitive to the data, and though we think inflation is beaten and nearly back to our 2% target, we're going to stay vigilant, and if it turns back up, we'll have to tighten rates again. But for now we feel good. And so all of a sudden everyone sort of went, wait, what?
Right. Adam, I want to ask you for like the average consumer out there too. They're going to see, obviously it'll help, I would assume, with like credit card interest, because they're skyrocketing right now. But not so much with mortgage, right? Like where's the average person going to feel it?
Well, okay, so there are a couple things here, Rita. First of all, for anyone who's carrying a credit card balance, please do everything in your power to pay that thing down. That's just the most expensive, way to borrow out there. And so I would really urge people to just, instead of going out for dinner, Saturday night, stay in, cook, tell the family you love them, and, just save the money and try to pay down the credit card. So that's point number one. Point number two, mortgage rates are going to come down, but, a crazy thing happened when mortgage rates went down to, 2.5%. Well, not so crazy, predictable actually. Everybody
needs somebody to love.
Yeah, for what rate, John?
2 3/4.
Exactly. So you and a bunch of other very smart people locked in the lowest rates we will ever see in our entire lives. And while that's great, for all those people like you who did, unfortunately, no one is selling. I mean, you're never going to sell that house because you'd give up the cheapest money ever. And the problem is, as a result of that, nobody's selling. There are just no homes on the market right now because no one wants to give up that cheap mortgage. And as a result, home prices are still staying very high. And that's also pushing up rental prices because, if you can't go out and buy a home, what do? You rent. And so rents are high too. So, will this rate cut necessarily percolate right away? No, probably not, because changes in the housing market take a long time to take effect.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and let's pray for America, and we'll catch up with you again real soon.
Oh, sounds great, John. Thanks.
Thank you. And Rita, do we have Lizzie on?
Actually, we do have Liz Radabali, who is our great news gal, who is out there at the rally in Nassau County, Long Island, where Trump is about to speak in a little over an hour. Lizzie, take it away. What's it like out there?
Well, hi, John. Hi, Rita. The energy is really high here. I mean, I was on the scene in Chicago, and the scenes there were joy, and, that kind of carried over here at the Trump rally, too. I mean, a lot of people are excited to be here, excited to turn out and show their support for former President Trump, who, New York is historically a very blue state, but a lot of people here have hope that he could flip it red come November.
Wow, and how about the security, Lizzie? I can't imagine, because after that second assassination attempt just a few days ago, massive security there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Mark Jacob coming to Fifth Army.
Right now, surrounded by police, in this quiet corner that I found here, but it is, intense. They have, cops on horses here. They have mounted units. They have, a lot of dogs, a lot of canine units working, making sure that there's no possible, bombs or anything like that. There was that brief scare this morning, actually. There were reports of explosive sound in a car, but luckily Nassau County Police did refute those reports that said that they were not credible. There were no threats that actually materialized this morning, luckily. So, it's intense security. They have security checks at the door. You have to walk through metal detectors and security all around. Police, there's state troopers on the scene. There are barricades up surrounding the Coliseum. It is, all hands on deck here.
Well, keep us posted. Very much. Lizzie reporting there live from the Nassau Coliseum there with the big Trump rally coming up. Thank you.
Well, let's take a break right now. We're going to come back with Michael Goodwin. Taylor Swift comes out and she endorses Kamala Harris.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy two. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, number, fees apply.
Hey, Judge Jimmy here. You heard me talking about Verna. Listen to this story from John. John Kennedy was napping on his couch between shifts when a large intoxicated man broke through his door. John used the Verna hidden in his couch to take the man's knees out, incapacitating him until police arrived. The New York compliance kit does not require a background check and can ship directly to your home. Visit Verna.com/Janine now and you get 10% off your purchase. Just know Verna products cannot be legally purchased or used in New York City and Yonkers.
This product may only be used for emergency self-defense purposes or to train. Please be trained for use accordingly.
And now, Humane Bureau sounds off.
Taylor Swift comes out and she endorses Kamala Harris. I like Taylor Swift. I like her music, but you know what? As soon as they get involved in politics, it's like you got to know that you're disenfranchising half of the people who are invested in you. Now, I felt good about the fact that Elton John was asked about Donald Trump and used his term calling Kim Jong-un Little Rocket Man. You know what Elton John said? He said, I laughed. I thought it was brilliant. Now, wouldn't you rather hear something like that? I really think we're starting to move out of cancel culture.
Keep listening for more entertaining and informative opinions from Judge Janine Bureau.
Hitting a cutter thrown by New York Yankees closer Mariano Rivera is hard. So is getting a mortgage, especially these days.
This is Mariano Rivera, baseball all-time safe leader. I know about making safe by saving stress, time, and money on your mortgage with my friends at Power Express Mortgage.
My friends at Power Express Mortgage, they provide no hassle loans, no tax returns, no pay stubs. Be part of the team. Call Power Express Mortgage. Your successful closing is their business. Call them at 800-826-2265.
Delivery.
800-826-2265. And not from me, take it from our closer, Mariano.
I want to make one more save for you and your home mortgage with my friends at Power Express Mortgage.
Power Express is at 1010 Northern Boulevard, Suite 426, Spring New York, 11021. Equal housing lender, licensed mortgage banker, New York State Department of Financial Services. Not a depository institution and does not take deposit. All loans are subject to credit approval and program guidelines. NMLS number 1324.
We're all truly blessed to have a leader like President Trump.
These are the words of Goya President and CEO Bob Unanue in his new book, Blend, Donald J. Trump and the Spiritual War. Bob reveals how the word blend stirred up hatred, division, the cancel culture, and a boycott of Goya foods, igniting a spiritual war for the soul of America. Others reveal in the book that God has placed his hand on President Trump, allowing him to courageously bring America back to strength, prosperity, and to God. Order your copy of Blessed on Amazon now.
It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Cass and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And let's go right back to Nassau Coliseum for the big rally with President Trump. Joining us now is Jesse Garcia. He is the GOP chair for Suffolk County, New York, also the vice chair for New York State GOP. Jesse, what's it like there? You're right there. Lucky you.
This is the old barn that held four Stanley Cups for the Islanders is filled to the rafters. It is incredible. You can feel the energy. It's palpable throughout this area. We have 17,000 people inside the facility and thousands more outside.
Awesome. What are you hoping to hear from the president tonight? What do you think? I mean, it is a big deal. He's coming home, and obviously a lot of issues that are hot button for New York.
I think we're going to hear is the president going to lay out his agenda to make America safer again.
Make America safer. Make America safe. Yan ang Khalil. You know, yan ang Khalil.
And wages were higher, and we would have secure borders and borders with no borders. Under Biden, we've seen the exact opposite. Well, you know, we have ourselves a very serious war out in the Middle East, and the whole Middle East doesn't trust the United States of America. Absolutely. I mean, there is no trust in the United States of America right now because of the administration of Harris and Biden. However, it was Donald Trump that was shoulder to shoulder with Israel. He was the one who brought the Amsterdam Accords to make sure there was peace there. But I am being summoned by the president right now.
Okay, I will let you go. That's a good reason. Yeah, give him our bell. Absolutely. Wow.
And let's go to Michael Goodwin.
Absolutely. Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist Michael Goodwin. Michael, you wrote a really powerful comment about they are blaming the victim. This is Trump. I mean, you see it. They're blaming him.
Are you from the museum? Are you from the museum? Museum Natural History.
Find some way that they can blame Trump. You know, normally blaming the victim is taboo among the left, right? It's always somebody else's fault. But certainly when it's Donald Trump, it's always his fault. It's an extraordinary sleight of hand, but it, along with so many other things these days, it's no longer surprising. This has now become their way of doing things, that there's no honest disagreement. There's no such thing anymore. You've got to see it their way, or you're corrupt, you're a racist, do something. And in this case, I mean, this is the end of an era where you can trust, where there's a middle, where there's an understanding that violence is not acceptable in politics. Now it's kind of acceptable if it's Trump.
Yeah, how sad is that? You know, we were talking, Rudy Washington's in the studio, former deputy mayor of New York, along with obviously John and the judge. And you know what's amazing? Any other time, you think back, years ago, had there been an assassination attempt on an American president, I don't care what political party you're from, you would be pounding the table and saying, we need answers. And yet, yesterday, even Kamala Harris was asked at this National Association of Black Journalists, she glossed over it and then goes right back to saying how much she hates Trump and hates his rhetoric. And then Corinne Jean-Pierre at the White House continues to say he's a threat to democracy.
Oh, my God.
I mean, within a day or two. This is disgraceful, Michael.
I think it's argument for Michael. Yeah, well, absolutely. Look, I mean, the whole idea of prosecuting him with all of those cases, that's new. So, no president, no former president has ever been indicted on any charge. And I doubt that they were all angels. I think that what we should understand is that previous generations knew something about the country. They understood the fabric that held America together. And I think that this leftist tilt now of the Democratic Party, they don't understand. Of course, we know they want to erase history. They want to rewrite history to match their view of what should happen next. One of the things that's happened is that they are erasing all of the standards of behavior, all the normal things that we could count on and expect. And those are the things, the sort of things, the expectations, the trust that you have in society, these things are built over time. And I think what we're seeing now is an erosion, not just of trust in the media and trust in all the government. I mean, that's now almost doesn't need to be said. But we're also seeing an erosion in behavior. Yeah. And if they're going to normalize political violence, then we're all in for the whirlwind, because this is something that's not easy to stop once it gets started. And I'm afraid 2 assassination attempts on the president within a matter of a month or so. What's next? What happens next? And how does the country react to that? As you say, Kamala Harris kind of brushed it off. They don't want to give them any sympathy. They don't want to see anybody vote for Donald Trump. And so they'll just
traffic, 9 minutes.
Why don't you direct your justice department to charge some of these people with hate speech, especially the ones that were not students in the university?
Welcome.
I've been expelled for the things they do. As you say, the outsiders, they get arrested, they get released. We have a lot of violence in this country now. Police are not safe every day. You're seeing police officers getting shot around the country somewhere. And so this rising tide of violence is something that has now entered the political bloodstream as well. And I think we're in for a real mess if we don't get a handle on this and we don't have a united front that says here's the line and we'll cross it and never again. And the media's got to be part of that. Instead, they are with the Democratic Party in blaming Trump, blaming the victim for his own being the target. I mean, it's extraordinary. It's happening before our eyes, and I think many of us feel we just want to shout from the rooftops, stop the madness. But so far, it marches on.
Yeah, and the fact that the White House has put a fringe on here because obviously she speaks for the president and Kamala Harris, because it's the White House spokesperson. You know, the fact that she would actually say that Trump is a threat to democracy, and then she went back to the old Ann Lawley with January 6th, January 6th, January 6th. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? To Rudy Ford, a president just had an attempted assassination 2 days before that, and that's what she goes back to, and she was actually angry at Peter Doocy, the Fox News, for asking the question, and said, no, he is a threat to democracy. Like, in other words, they would say anything to win. They would put him in danger, I believe, to win.
You know what I agree with too is, remember the whole thing of rape, right? How the woman was dressed in a certain way. I mean, we changed that. That was a horrible thing. It's like she and this is another version of that same thing. When you don't want to accept the responsibility, when you want the victim to share in the responsibility for the crime, you blame the victim for wanting it. And I think that's the question. If I were Peter Doocy and I had the chance that he had, I would have asked one more question. Well, does that justify what happened now? Are you saying these assassinations are based on facts and based on his record? Aren't you condemning them? No, they're not condemning them, except in a perfunctory way, if at all.
Yeah, and that's the sad reality. And you know, just to the point, even at the National Association of Black Journalists, they didn't even ask her about the assassination until it was like half hour, 40 minutes in. She does like text them for 10 seconds, and then everybody moves on. Are you kidding me? I mean, it doesn't matter who it is, Republican, Democrat. You know, it can't happen in America, and everybody should be condemning it. But they glossed over it, and she glossed over it, and Biden glossed over it.
She was working now.
There's supposed to be journalists there too, right? There's Association of Black Journalists. If you're a journalist in a room with the vice president who's running to be president, and her opponent has been targeted twice, you would think just the journalist in you would want to know more about how she feels about that and what they're going to do. I mean, the follow-up question about the Secret Service office.
It wasn't a follow-up, Michael. It wasn't a follow-up. It's shameful.
Michael, did you hear we had the Attorney General of Florida on a little while ago? Florida does not trust the federal government to review the office. I mean, they're going to investigate something else. The governor talked about that, I believe it was yesterday, that because the FBI has been involved in the prosecution of Trump and the Justice Department, he wonders whether the FBI can be trusted. I think it's a fascinating argument. I was surprised to hear it, but when you spell it out and the today, you have
sure you have to admit there's some logic there. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Michael, thank you so much. Michael, thank you. Thank you. And guys, what do you want to say? God bless you.
WABC News York and 107.1 WLIR FM.
74 degrees and cloudy on this Wednesday, September 18th. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Ritchie. Security in New York is heightened as Trump supporters tailgate ahead of a former president's rally tonight at the National Coliseum.
It just shows that the people's interest in life that should be a rallying call for everybody to participate.
I have no words. That's what the people live up in the streets, man. He's a warrior, you know. Just something that's feeling that way, he's going to have to be worried about. Supporters say it says something that the former president is holding a major rally just days after a suspect assassination attempt. New York officials say reports about explosives being found near the site where former President Trump is holding that rally on Long Island are false. Claims online said Nassau County Police had found explosives in a car parked near the Nassau Coliseum during a canine sweep. In a post on X, the Nassau County Police Department said those reports are false. The first National Urban Rap Summit is underway here in New York. Noah Layton has more.
Let's figure out how we unify the kids. Not necessarily be propagating the making
Rap experts and academics from around the country to be all sharing ideas on what works best to down the road.
We'll take a look at why the war of rap mentality may not be the best approach for our urban areas, and how we can use time to improve and implement better management strategies.
In sports tonight, the Masters boxing will reach the Nationals. The Yankees drop out in Seattle again, facing the Mariners. Your forecast from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers, the low 68. Tomorrow, morning showers, then mostly cloudy skies, the high 80 degrees. Friday, cloudy with occasional showers, the high of 76. It is 74 degrees and partly cloudy outside of our Midtown studio right now. And the February 4th is great for the first time today in more than 4 years. Federal Reserve economy is making strides, and the central bank will rate 5.5%. It is 74 degrees and partly cloudy. I'm Lisa Ritchie. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com.
Chubby.
And I also, I tell you the story, I just want you to think for a
idea was given to a Kamala Harris while she's in the White House, do you really think that Kamala Harris will ever approve something this bad at? The answer is obviously no. All right, so I want you to think about somebody coming in and the Israel security meeting and like, hey, I got an idea. And they're like, all right, what's your idea? Like, hey, I want to put high doses next to the lithium-ion batteries inside of chargers that are going to go into energy. If we can just infiltrate it, get the shipment figured out, we can pull this off. Like, it seems unbelievable, and yet, apparently that is exactly what happened. Now, this simultaneous attack happened by detonating all the stations all at the same time. There were 3,000 soldiers, 9 others, including only one child, were killed Tuesday in Lebanon and Syria. Now, of course, the U.S. has asked all these crazy guys
northward, moving towards the Lebanese arena. He says Israel is allocating resources and forces there, and he said we are at the start of a new phase of the war.
Well, what do you think the likelihood is of Hezbollah retaliating now?
We're hearing from security experts in the region that actually Hezbollah has taken such a big hit with these latest explosions that it may not have the capacity to initiate a retaliation now. First, the communications have been hijacked. Thousands of its operatives are wounded. There is likely very deep suspicion within Hezbollah that could spark a lot of questions about who may have collaborated with Israel to booby trap these dangers. And Amram Sarayla, the Jordanian security expert, said Hezbollah may not be in a position to attack now.
You don't know the level of infiltration and what next part Israel is preparing for you. And this means that going to war in such conditions might be a suicide recipe for Hezbollah.
And what we know now, Elsa, is that Israel is not only fighting a conventional war against Hezbollah with airstrikes, we're now seeing a much more mysterious kind of subterfuge.
Strategist Daniel Estrin in Tel Aviv. Thank you, Daniel.
You're welcome.
The Israeli attacks in Lebanon have sent diplomats scrambling to head off a wider war in the Middle East. That's something Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has been worried about for much the past year, and Piers Michelle Kellerman is traveling with him in Cairo. Secretary Blinken was just boarding his plane to Cairo when pagers started exploding in Lebanon. The ship was meant to focus on relations with Egypt, its international partner, and the ceasefire talks with Gaza. Foreign Minister Adel Al-Arabi warned that Israel's latest action against Hezbollah threatens the whole.
everybody. See you mañana. Peace and love. Peace and love. This is the one tomato place. All food. See you mañana. Peace and love. Peace and love.